Now, how awesome would it be if women approached you? Now, what I want to do for you here in this video is I want to give you 3 tips, okay? 3 things that you could do to actually increase the chances that women will approach you when you go out. So let's jump right into these 3 tips. Now, the first and the most important of these 3 tips is being extroverted. Now, I'm going to give you an example of this, okay? Have you ever been somewhere, okay, just somewhere randomly, and you almost felt eyes on you? Okay, like someone was just looking at you. Or maybe you were in some type of crowd and for whatever reason you just locked eyes with somebody. They were looking at you and you guys both smiled, right? For whatever reason, you two were on the same frequency. Out of all the people that were there, you two were on the same frequency and you guys locked eyes and you just felt like for whatever reason you were just drawn to that person. Could be anybody, right? And sometimes you may do that and lock eyes with someone, you may look away real quick because it's almost awkward, right? And what that is that person, okay, that person was completely extroverted in that moment. They were out of their head and they were focused externally. Now, nowadays, okay, especially with the cell phones, I don't have mine near me as I'm filming here, but with the cell phones, most people are so introverted and so involved in their phones that they're looking down at their phones and they're kind of in their own world, right? How many people are in their own world? Also, too, not only if you're on your phone, but even if you're thinking in your head and you're overthinking things. You're so deep in your thoughts that you're kind of walking around almost in a daze and you're not focused on anything around you. But there's those times when you're out somewhere in public and you're really taking in the things that are around you. You're not thinking so much, but you're really extroverted. You may look around and say, and you look and you say, okay, there's that there, and there's this person here, and I see someone else over there, and you're out of your head and you're extroverted. And I'll tell you what, when I go out at night and I'm calm and I'm peaceful and I'm focused on the things around me and I'm looking around, I can't tell you how many times I get wandering eye contact. I can't tell you how many times women will smile back at me, right? It definitely happens, okay? Now, they don't always come over and approach, but they do come over and approach sometimes, and most of the times when they're doing that, it was because I was extroverted and I was focused externally, okay? So I want you to try an experiment. I want you to go out somewhere in public, okay? Or go out to a bar or something at night, and I want you to really focus on being extroverted. I want you to focus on just looking at the things around you. You could even say what their name is in the head. Oh, there's a pretty girl right there, okay? There's a blonde right over there. That guy's got a cool jacket over there. You could say this stuff in your head, but I want you to really look and focus on the person. You know, for example, you could look in the background of my video and see all these things on my shelf and whatnot, right, that you probably weren't paying attention to before. That's fine because you're focused on me, right? But it's an experiment that you can actually do at home. So actually, this is my living room. This is where I meditate. And what I try to do, an exercise I do every morning is when I'm done with my meditation, I try to look at one object in the room and focus on it, take a deep breath, focus on it, then find another object, take a deep breath and focus on it. What I'm doing is I'm programming myself to be mindful and to be extroverted and to be focused on the things that are surrounding me. When I was first taught this exercise by another dating coach, it was actually very surprising. He talked about it as a way for women to approach you. And I heard it, I was like, yeah, okay, let's see if women are going to approach you. So I went out that night and I remember we were at a W downtown, and I remember seeing this one girl, and she was really pretty, and I was like, let me just focus on this girl, not make any judgments, just focus on her. So she walks by, and as she's walking by, I look at her, and I'm just looking, I'm staring, I'm taking her in. I'm like, okay, I'm just seeing this girl. I'm really absorbed. I'm not thinking, I'm just looking, I'm looking. Dude, I swear to you, she stopped, she looked at me, she looked back again, smiled, she stopped her friend, and she walked, made a beeline straight over and said hi and introduced herself. And when that happened, I was like, what? Like, I could not believe it. I was like, what the fuck just happened, man? It was crazy. And it was right after I had learned about this technique, okay? And I learned about focusing and not thinking so much in my head and really getting extroverted and being mindful of the surroundings. I think this is even more powerful nowadays because of the cell phone and all that other stuff. So this is a power tip, man. I really want you to try this out. I got 2 other things to share for you, but this is the most important for sure of the 3 that I want you to try out. Now, the second thing I have down here in order for women to approach you is your perception. And I have another video where I talk about this, how to attract women without saying anything. And your perception really is the vibe that she gets in any moment if she sees you, okay? If she sees you, if you're standing up straight, if you're dressed well, if you have other people around you, in that moment, perception is reality, right? Rather than, dressed in all black with a shitty look in your face, hiding in the back corner, okay, not having any fun. That's not going to be the guy who a woman is going to approach. The guy who's having fun, who has people around, who's in the middle, and also talk about perception. What about proximity as well too? Being kind of near her will give her an opportunity as well too. So anytime I go out to a party, a meetup, to a bar, wherever it may be, I'm always going to place myself near the women that I want to talk to. So even if they did want to talk to me, I'm going to be right there next to them. I'm going to be having a good time, have some other people around, so I'm going to give off a very good perception and a good vibe as well too. And the third one actually is your vibe. Now your vibe could be your energy and the positivity that you give off for sure. And the thing about vibe is you can fake it definitely, but your vibe is something I really want you to work on. And the way you work on your vibe is through coming to peace. Okay? Coming to peace and coming to excitement for your life. So if you have peace of mind and you have excitement for where you are and for where you're at, another thing too is love. If you have love for other people, if you are, let's say, in a judgmental mode and you're like, like haven't been doing well with women and, these women suck and this one ghosted me and this and that, women aren't going to really vibe with you as well. But if you're at a point where you say, look, some women have treated me well, some women have treated me bad, it's whatever, I'm giving everybody love, okay? I'm going to radiate love from me, and I'm going to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. I'm just give out good vibes, man, a loving, sweet, caring vibe to everybody. And if you're in that type of state, people will approach you. I'm telling you, it's so important, the vibe that you give off, because you could say all the right things, but if you give off a shitty vibe, no one's going to want to interact with you. Everybody wants to feel loved. Everyone wants to feel accepted and not judged. Okay, that's the type of person that people want to be around. And people also don't want to be around somebody who hates themselves. Okay, they don't want to be around somebody who is not focused on them, like and really introverted and thinking about things too much. Okay, I hung out with a friend not too long ago, and he was on his phone so much, and he had a lot of things going on. He was really in his head, and it was actually very unpleasant to hang around with him. If he was calm and happy and attentive to me and just giving me love and also just positive and sharing some positive things about himself, it would have been a much better vibe. Okay, so the vibe that you give off is huge and definitely can get women to approach you as well as other people as well too. So definitely be mindful of that. Your vibe is something to always work on. Okay, journal things that are bothering you. Come up with a game plan to fix things in your life that you need to fix. Right? Give people the benefit of the doubt. Work on acceptance instead of judgment. And work on love, man. Loving yourself, okay? I write down every day 3 things that I'm grateful for, and then I write down 3 things about myself that I'm really confident in, okay? It could be I'm really proud that I have my own business and I have YouTube videos and share with you guys, right? It could be, that I've worked really hard to lose a lot of weight and I'm in better shape, right? It could be I got some new duds and I got some cool fashion that I'm proud of, right? Whatever it may be. When you have those type of things and you're more sure of yourself, you will give off the right vibe. That is true confidence, but like I said, me, I'm honest with you guys. Confidence isn't just a switch you turn on. You have to do that work and do the stuff that I laid out for you there so that you have that good vibe and have that confidence. And if you have that and you display that, then you're definitely going to have women and other people approach you as well, okay? So if you have any questions about this, also let me know any topics that you would like me to cover in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe.